Guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'll talk about supplying XVS as collateral on Venus. Then we'll borrow stablecoin and then we'll add liquidity on Swipe for SXP-USDT pool on Ethereum network. And what we'll do is we'll borrow BUSD and convert it to USD. As BUSD interest is much lower than USDT interest. I have some XVS in my wallet, so let's get started. As you can see, we are on Venus homepage and we are connected to the network. So what we'll do is we'll select the XVS under the supply tab and we'll supply all of it and wait for the network confirmation. Usually it takes 2 to 3 seconds. Alright guys, now that we have supplied XVS, we can see it in our supply balance. And what we'll do now is we'll select BUSD from borrow market and we will borrow some BUSD now. So what we'll do is while selecting, we'll make sure it is somewhere around our safe max, which reduces the risk of liquidation. So we'll borrow 24,500 BUSD. And then we'll wait for the network to confirm the transaction. Once the transaction is confirmed, we'll be able to see our BUSD amount in the borrow tab. Alright, it seems that the transaction is confirmed, and let's just check. Yeah, so our borrow balance is 24,491 USD and supply balance is 66,632 XVS. Now what we have to do is we have to convert our BUSD to USDT. We'll do that on 1-inch exchange. So while doing this swap, we'll make sure that the slippage is selected to the minimum so that the loss is as less as possible. Once we have selected our slippage, we'll swap the token. And once the token is swapped, we'll check it at BSC scan to find out how much USDT we have got while swapping 24,500 BUSD. So it seems we have got 24,463 USDT. Alright, so the next step is supplying liquidity on Swipe. So we'll go to swipe.org, we'll go to the pool, and the pool that we'll supplying liquidity is SXP-USDT pool. So we'll click add liquidity, we'll select USDT, and then in the second tab we'll select SXP. Now while providing liquidity, we have to make sure that the USD amount on both the sides of the pool are equal. So what we'll do is we'll select maximum SXP, and when we select maximum SXP, the amount of USDT is calculated automatically, and then we have to approve USDT. So once we get the approval from the network, then this next step would be to supply these tokens. So we'll confirm it and then we'll wait for the network confirmation. Alright, so we have the network confirmation. Now we can click supply and we can supply SXP and USDT on both the sides. Alright, so we have confirmed it. Again, we have to wait for the transaction to go through. Once the transaction goes through, we have to go to the farm and then we have to approve staking. The Approval of staking, usually it's done for the first time, and then after that you can just keep adding your stakes to it. All right, so let's go to farm, and we'll select swipe and USDT pool and approve staking. Once the staking is approved, then we can add our liquidity providers token and we can start farming SXP on this pool. You can see there are so many transactions, and each transaction is costing me somewhere around 50 to 100 USD. So once you enter the pool, make sure you are there for a long period of time before harvesting. Alright, so what we'll do now is we'll refresh the page and we'll see if we can add stake. Yeah, so we will click stake and then we'll select maximum and then we'll confirm the transaction. Now we can wait for the network to confirm the transaction. Once it happens, we can see our how much tokens we have deposited and how much it is worth. So there you go. We can refresh the page and we can see that we have deposited 4,958 SXP and 24,266 USDT. And we'll refresh it once more just to see if we have started accumulating SXP as well. So there you go, guys. We can see that we have supplied tokens to the pool and we have started accumulating SXP as well. So you can see that supplying liquidity on Ethereum network can be a little bit costly. So make sure that you stay in the pool for a long period of time, so when you harvest, you make up for your transaction fee and some profit.